C. Shah. Things are going pretty well. So we're in round 2. We're playing a mono wild aggro deck with a really low curve against a blood deck. So I did say I was probably going to play against blood. So yeah, we're round 2 mono wild with this draft. Give our opponent a GLHF. Looks like he's going to be going first, I think. Ugh, not the most aggro-y hand we could have picked, but it's not too bad. You as will. We'll keep this. So we're going to want to definitely play the Feral Ogre as soon as possible. If it gets murdered, that's fine. That's actually good for us, because we don't want him to murder our honeycaps when we draw into them, hopefully. So let's just hope we just keep drawing into gas. That is not gas. Alright, so we need more troops. Chlorophylla is going to deck thin us. At least now we can play our Crazed Squirrel Titan if we need to. We need more spells or slash troops. Mostly troops. We need more troops. He is both blood and diamond. He plays an early Darkspire Priestess, which will trade with our Feral Ogre. If he swings with the Priestess, we're just going to swing back. I'm not going to care about the damage. I'm trying to push damage as much and as fast as possible. There's a Gigantify, so that's pretty sweet. Maybe we'll actually see a Gigantify this game, which would be hilarious. It is quick action speed, so I can do it during combat. Of course, he can murder in response, so hopefully we'll be at a board state where we'll be able to safely cast it, but chances are pretty good that we won't be at that. So if he swings in, it probably means that he's got removal for our Feral Ogre. So that's not so good for us. The Pegasus kind of gets some life. We really need him not to have a lot of life. We're definitely swinging in. We're going to fake out some wild, and we'll play Chlorophylla in a second main phase. Try to play our turns as quickly as possible to keep a good clock. That's fine. So he may get another Priestess here. No, he doesn't. People keep playing the Priestess and... Oh, it dealt 3 damage. Okay. Alright, that's fine. So... we might have to tighten his Pegasi. That would not be the most fun thing for me, but... I suppose whatever has to get done has to get done. So we are progressing at least our damage. Blood Aura. Well, that's not good. Well, at least we get to 2 for 1 when we play our Squirrel Titan in 2 turns. So, not so great for us. I guess we could have Chlorophylla there and then swung with our guy buffed. So kind of a play mistake there. I'm trying to play as quickly as possible. He's playing a lot of life gain in this deck. It's going to be a turn. It's going to take us a turn to play the Squirrel Titan. Hopefully we draw some gas here, something else we can play. Okay, really big Honeycap that will most likely get murdered. That should be fine. No reason to buff it because we're not swinging, because it's only for the turn. So yeah, we might have wanted to play Chlorophylla there earlier in the last turn to push through a little bit more damage with our guy. But Squirrel Titan to 2 for 1 his Pegasi with Blood Aura seems pretty good to me. I hope he plays a bunch of things here or something. Now, if he Inquisitions, we're in big trouble here because we can't deal with this. Okay, Infiltrator Bot. I definitely don't want to deal with that. The Pegasi is worse than the Infiltrator Bot. So I'm going to go ahead and buff my Honeycap and swing through. And then we'll play Squirrel Titan in the second main phase. Swing. 26 life is a lot to have, though. He's just going to take it, I'm guessing. It's a lot of life to have on the table. We need something to deal with his Infiltrator Bot. take down that Pegasi. Now he can still swing with Infiltrator Bot. We're on a pretty quick clock here, but we do have Giganify in hand, so if he uses all his resources and doesn't have Murder up, then we can Giganify if he lets damage through again. So that seems pretty good for us. And that could get us enough of what we need. Another Blood Aura on that. Seriously? Wow, this guy with the Blood Auras. Okay, so he can't Murder at least, so we can at least push damage with Giganify. We're playing a pretty one-dimensional deck at this point. That's really unfortunate. I don't think I have enough damage. I don't have enough damage here. This is basically good games. I needed a much quicker start. Yeah, that's rough. Yeah. That's rough. Like, I can't deal the damage. I just don't have the damage. So we'll go ahead and swing. So I'll put Giganify on the Squirrel Titan, I guess? Defense priority, Giganify. That's 16 damage. I can't even play my Howling Brave here. I don't know. If he has Murder for my Squirrel Titan, it's definitely over. I mean, I can deal 16. He can give me... He can gain 4. He can chump block. So he can chump block the 11. So it's really... or just Conflict. That works too. That works too. So... Definitely siding in my removal here for that. My artifact removal for his bot, but again, I have to draw it. Like, I had removal for his flyer too, and I didn't draw that, so I only have one piece of removal there. I'm not actually seeing a lot of removal out of his deck. He didn't even need to give his guy, like, evasion there. Yeah, we're just not drawing what we need here. So yeah, I can go ahead and do this, but it really doesn't matter. He just chump blocks my Honey Cap. Even if he didn't, like, let's say that I had the Wild Aura in hand, I mean, that's only 9 damage. Which is not even close to being enough. Yeah, he's just going to chump block, as he should. Second main phase, we'll just throw out a Howling Brave and call it good games. That is rough. So hopefully he doesn't draw both of those auras again. That was just too much to deal with so early. Yep, can't block his guy. So at least I forced him to, with my Howling Brave, to make it so his guy's unblockable. There's a chance he might get stifled on resources here too. Alright, so we obviously want Nature's Reigns. Definitely want that. I'm debating on throwing in the Boulder Brew with Spell Shield. I think we'll do that. That seems reasonable. The Spell Shield. Close, and we'll get rid of, like, Honey Cap or something. Let's see, do I want anything else to help out? No, not really. So that's pretty good. That's yeah, I think we're gonna get rid of a Honey Cap here for the Boulder Brood. Well, the thing is, like, the only thing I can do with it is give it Spell Shield, and I just want it to be a fast, aggressive deck, and so that's what I'm trying to do here. Turbulence is good. Okens is fine, I guess. Contail Ronin is fine. Man, it's hard to pick things to pull here. I guess I'll pull a Cottontail Ronin. Yeah, that seems like that probably doesn't match up well. Maybe. Maybe not. I haven't seen Cottontail Ronin all day, honestly. Actually, you know what I should have done is pulled Wild Aura, but... of course, now I see two Cottontail Ronin, so hopefully Cottontail Ronin will do some work here. This is a really nice, aggressive opening hand, so I like this. Should get to the Bucktooth Commander is really going to help out here too. Probably the biggest mistake of that one was not playing the Chlorophylla to give the guy +2/+2. That's kind of a big deal. Scrivener. So we're going to swing in with our Ronin. We'll play the other Ronin here, and then that'll lead us into Bucktooth Commander. I mean, we could play Rooster Soar there, but I don't really need to. Like, for the most part, Rooster Soar is probably going to help me gain life to stay in the game to push damage. I'm not going to want to tap a lot of this stuff down, or rather exhaust a lot of my dudes to buff Rooster Soar. I want to actually attack with them. Wounded Petal actually helps in this matchup too. All right, so nothing on turn 2, so that's always helpful. Put the Bucktooth Commander here before combat so we can buff both my guys. Swing in. I might draw a whatever it is. He might kill one of my guys here with whatever it's called. Repel. He might repel one of my guys. 5 damage on turn 2, 3 is pretty good. Or 5 total damage. Yeah, 5 damage done, and plus the 1 from because he gained a life. Yep. I actually get to gain a bunch of life with my Wounded Petal guy. He's going to murder my commander? Sure. He should have waited for combat, but okay. Sure, I'll take one. Now I get to play my guy that gains me life. That's going to be a lot of fun for me. Maybe a Howling Brave. No, we're gonna gain life here. So let's go and buff our guy. See, he should have waited for that, for his murder, because now I'm free and clear to do this attack. I mean, that's 7 damage. That's a lot of damage. Yeah, we'll go ahead and throw out Wounded Petal. Gains me life, stops his damage incoming. Cottontail Ronin's Onin. I've almost played all the cards in my hand too. Skyle Griffin. Okay. So that just means I can trade this Ronin for Skyle Griffin. That means I just get to attack with that guy, and I get to attack with Wounded Petal here. And if he double blocks Wounded Petal, I mean, I might just attack with the house here, and just see if I can bluff a buff here. Yeah, so we're gonna bluff a buff, I think, here, and just swing in because he has to block. He'll probably block this one. Double block there, but then this. Maybe we'll just play it safe, and we'll just attack him with this Ronin. We'll just see if he'll trade his Griffin. I mean, I guess I could have done it with this guy, but I don't want him to die just yet. Okay, so we'll go ahead and go Feral Ogre, Roostersaur. Next turn I can play the Howling Brave, which will buff the Roostersaur, making it 2/2. Because I can tap it down, or I can exhaust it rather. Darkspire Priestess, just not going to be enough, I don't think. Spiritcliff Pegasus. That might be enough. Yeah, that gives them a lot of health now. So I don't want to play this shard, I want to hold it in order to, yeah. So we can swing in with this Contail Ronin. And now trade for Darkspire Priestess, that seems pretty bad. Or I can just swing with Roostersaur and just buff it a lot. Yeah, let's just do it that way. So I'll just... So we'll just swing with Roostersaur and then I'll buff it a whole bunch during defense. Okay, it's gonna do that. And we're gonna exhaust that troop. Accept, resolve, exhaust that troop, confirm, exhaust. I might as well just exhaust all of my troops because he doesn't really want to attack here at all. Now, if he doesn't have Murder up, he doesn't have enough resources for that. This thing has Crush, right? Yeah, it does. So we'll just crush over his guy. Now, he might swing in with, like, Spiritcliff Pegasus or something. So we're going to sit on this shard as if we can, like, buff with it or do something with it. So we're just bluffing with one card in hand. So I guess the Priestess let him draw another card, another Priestess maybe, or another Darkspire card. Infiltrator Bot, sure. Hopefully that just won't be good enough. Alright. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and play the Wildeboar, and we'll swing with that and the Roostersaur. Actually, he's got 4 blockers. If he blocks both of these... Let's see. So if I swing with everything, he blocks the 4 damage and the 4 damage. He can block 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and I still deal 4 damage, which isn't enough. So I think I'll just, yeah, we'll just swing with Roostersaur and Wildeboar. Wildeboard kills a guy here, that's fine, because that just means it doesn't shuffle back into my deck. So, I'm just going to have to block something here. Just going to do that, and I'm going to go ahead and buff. Okay, so yeah, it was a... Yeah, he didn't block properly. I think we're good here. We'll just save and continue. Those Ronins went crazy, though. They're really good early game. You know, late game, they're not so great. So Boulder Brute. This is not... No, we can't go with this. No. Oh, luckily our opponent's also going to 6, so we are going to 6 here for sure. Yes, we're going to draw again. Alright, that's good. This is good. We'll keep this. We get the Nature's Reigns to deal with his robot, so that's really good if he plays that.
What?
Yeah, turn 1 Charge Bot and turn 2 Feral Ogre seems pretty good. Yeah, Charge Bot I don't love it either, but it is aggro. It's a 1/1 that I can play, and it gives me a faster +2/+2 thingy. So I'm swinging with this Charge Bot because I'd rather trade the Charge Bot than the Feral Ogre for his guy. So if I play the Feral Ogre first, he might choose not to block it, so that way he'll have his guy up to block Feral Ogre. I don't know what you're talking about. Rocket ships? Why are you talking about rocket ships right now? Peppa Pig is a toy? Yeah, okay. So, kind of same thing. I want to be aggressive with Feral Ogre, but at the same time, jeez, I don't know. You know what? Here we go. Yeah, we'll just buff him, and he can murder. He can murder here, so that's fine. If we get a murder out of this, we're basically trying to draw out the murder here. But I don't want to trade Feral Ogre for a Darkspire Priestess. That's just not acceptable. So I expect to see murder here. Looks like we don't. He doesn't have murder, otherwise he would have used it. Yep, we'll deal the damage. You know, Blood Aura is guy. I don't think I have a target. Destroy artifact or constant. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so his guy gets bigger. Sure. So he gains life back. I'll play our Howling Brave here. So the funny thing is that we can actually swing in with our Feral Ogre next turn and Wild Aura it to kill his Priestess. I don't think he has murder, otherwise he probably would have used it there on the Feral Ogre, but could be wrong. Swings for 3, we'll take 3, I don't care. That's fine, I'll take 3. I still feel like I'm in the driver's seat here. We do want to hold off on our Wild Aura, though, to wait for a good opportune moment to use it. Like on that Skyle Griffin, for instance. So we'll swing with Feral Ogre and then Wild Aura to kill his Skyle Griffin after he blocks. So swinging in. If he doesn't block, then we'll just sit on Wild Aura and play our other Feral Ogre. doesn't block, so we'll just go and play a Feral Ogre here. And now I've got a good... This is a good trade, because we need to get that life gaining off the table. So we'll make the trade, the Feral Ogre for the Priestess here. It's a 2-for-1 trade. If he buffs his guy again, it's still not further out of range. So yeah, so he can swing for 2 if he wants. I don't know that he will. There's an Infiltrator bot. We'll let it resolve. So I think we'll kill it in his end step. Swing 2. Maybe, maybe not. He's gonna sit and wait. Yeah, we're just gonna kill this thing in his end step. All right, so I'm gonna make this block. This is an easy choice for me to make that block. Thing is, like, I think he has another aura in his hand. So I'm gonna hold off on Nature Rains. We're gonna hold off and wait for him to cast the aura on his bot so I can get the 2-for-1 there. He's not gonna want to block this. He's not gonna want to make this block. So we'll go ahead and swing in again, see if he'll make the block here on the Feral Ogre. Hey, what's going on, Mort? See if he's gonna make the block. If not, we play Feral Ogre in our second main phase. Yeah, we'll just deal the 3 combat damage. Okay, so we'll play the Feral Ogre here, and I expect to see the aura on his Infiltrator bot here. He might throw it on Griffin. If he throws on the Griffin, we're in some trouble. Blood aura there. In response, Nature Rains. So excellent, excellent call there. Should have done that during combat as well, but that's fine. So that puts me in an amazing position now. He's got 2 resources, which means he can't murder. If he blocks one of my Feral Ogres, I can Wild Aura it. I don't really need to attack with Howling Brave, so I'll just hold off on that. He does, you know, he does have another card in hand, so I mean that's, you know, something to keep in mind. He was on the draw. Okay, well there's a Squirrel Titan. Maybe I'll be able to play that eventually. I can't play it here because I only have 5 resources. With the Howling Brave, that is. So, we'll see if he makes any blocks here. Okay, we're going to Wild Aura here. See if he's got some sort of other response here for that. Doesn't look like it. So we're in good shape. We're trying to catch up here on the damage. If he swings with Scrivener, I'll probably just take it. No problems there. Resource is always good for me. Not really good for him. He needs to top deck some more spells here. He's in a really bad board state now. Yeah, so I think that we made some really good calls there. So we can play the Boulder Brood in our second main phase, which we'll do. There's a chance that he has removal for our Feral Ogre here. Hope you guys are having a good weekend this weekend. It's kind of a blah weekend. Yeah, Spell Shielded Boulder Brood to deal with removal, but again, I haven't seen a lot of murders out of his deck at all, so I saw like 1 maybe. This is game 3, so alright, so Mono Wild.